You're listening to the Rogers Sporting Goods Podcast with Patrick Fisher,
Chandler Smith,
and Josh from Outdoor Limits.
In this podcast, we'll touch on everything from gear to ducks to deer, turkey and fishing. From field to table, let's dive in.
What video are you showing us?
Okay, so this came out a little while ago, but it's hilarious. Obviously, he doesn't really, although he did go on a hunt. Did you see that?
Turkey hunt.
I saw him fishing.
He went on a turkey hunt. We're talking about Theo Vaughn, but he went on a turkey hunt. But he's not like a hunter. Obviously, he's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
But when he had it was him and Caleb Presley went on that turkey hunt with who'd he go with? Waddell.
Waddell. And he said didn't he say who's the other team?
Who's he?
Who you competing
It's like
against?
they were paintballing. Yeah,
and then Michael Waddell's like, maybe I could take that gun back away from
it. Caleb Presley got one. He didn't get one. But,
Gotcha.
So he comes out with this short video talking about deer hunters and what they do to harvest. Obviously, he's a comedian, but him explaining it is hilarious. So I wanted to play it for you guys and get your reaction.
I can't wait for this.
And this is good stuff.
Because the crazy thing about deers, if you're trying to shoot a deer, when you think about the things that hunters go through to try and shoot a deer. First of all, they go and get another deer to in a jug, okay? Which I think is insane. Unless you're trying to get that deer to play football for you or something, you don't trust it, and you don't trust some of its workout methods. But they get a deer to in a jug, then they take that wee and they go and they sprinkle it out. So another deer will smell it and show up. Then when that deer gets there, they shoot that deer. What? Dude, why are you doing all of that? I say man to man, get out there. Get a knife, get two knives, get a knife and a spoon.
A knife and a spoon.
You want to fight a deer, quit hiding from 700 yards away. Dude, they had a man the other day shot a deer in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He shot it from El Paso. It's too easy with these long-range scope pistols and weaponry.
Scope pistols.
Get out there and get a knife, get a fork, and get out there and shooting a deer from 3 states away. Come on. Grow up and be an adult and learn how to kill an animal and be a proper hunter. You're playing treehouse is what you're doing. And then finally at the end of the week when y'all tired of each other and y'all all out of beef jerky, y'all shoot a deer with a scoped rifle from 900 feet away. Get out there like a real man and fight a deer the old-fashioned way. Get a knife, get a spoon, and get out there and see who's who. I don't know. Some of it seems, and also I'm not a hunter. I'm not a hunter at all. I'm more of the hunted. I got beat up when I was growing up by these two redheaded twins.
Also, I'm not a hunter, so I don't know what to tell you.
I really want to hear his take on duck hunting.
Oh my gosh,
man.
I'd like to take him duck hunting.
Oh, for sure.
Although, he'd have to sit down and not hunt.
Yeah,
He's just there.
Just want him there for commentary.
Yeah.
Oh no,
for exposure. If you put him on your end and put him on the end, and he goes to swing.
Yeah.
Take him. Take what?
Where's the other team?
Where are we going?
Where's the other team? I never get over that.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I don't know who sent it to me, probably Brandon or something, but
yeah,
it is hilarious.
Who do we got on the podcast today, Pat?
Well, if you've never seen this gentleman, might have talked to him a few times. Derek from the call center worked at the store. He's been at Roger. Are you over 10 years now, aren't you?
Yeah, all 3 of us are.
Dang.
Yep.
Me and Derek started the same day.
Shoot, we can't get fired. We got tenure.
Legitimately.
For real.
I started the day after Derek did.
You did?
Yeah. We interviewed on the same day.
I started on Halloween in 2011.
You started the day after him? You interviewed on the same day?
Mm-hmm.
Would you not put a comma at the end of your sentence and he got one day on you?
They just didn't want to have 2 new hires.
Misspelled Chandler.
Tommy didn't want to have 2 new hires on the same day, so he just split us up.
It was 2 days. I swear, I split them up.
Well, and I think I got the Sunday Monday, and Derek had like the Sunday Wednesday.
Oh,
off
that
the rip.
was back when we
I had Sunday,
had
Monday
the,
off.
Oh, you had Sunday Monday
Yeah,
at
for
the beginning.
school. Yep.
Oh, okay,
Gotcha.
maybe I had the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the old rotating schedule.
Oh yeah.
Not rotating, but everybody had a different day off. And now we obviously, everybody's on the same schedule.
Yep.
It actually is easier, though, because you just know you're staffed. Like, I don't have to worry about who's off.
Yeah.
And now we all get to hang out together on Sunday, Monday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sunday.
No, yeah.
For you,
I'm still here
and
on Mondays.
Chandler, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep. Get the weekend.
Which is when everybody invites me to do something.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we're having a shindig on Saturday. Copy. I won't be there.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Like everybody's birthdays. I'm off on Mondays. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, Derek is here. He's been with Rogers forever. If you've been to the store, you've probably seen him before back in the archery shop.
You might have tweaked on your bow a little bit.
Yeah, the old bowmaster. And now he's taking all your monies and you're placing your orders, or if you got a problem, you can call up here and
Probably talk to him.
ask for Derek.
Yeah.
I can't figure out how to tie my boots,
Well,
and you'll figure it out.
I don't know about that, but
Loop, swoop, and
almost
pull.
Swoop and pull. Yeah. Rabbit
Uh,
goes around the tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was that what yours was?
I don't remember.
I don't know how it was
I
taught.
remember
You know
hearing
it
that
is,
a bunch,
'cause
but I don't remember
everybody's
how
got
I
a
got taught to
different-
tie my shoes.
Yeah, that is interesting. I probably had Velcro till I was 13.
Do you
Oh,
tie? Because you might tie their shoes with like 2 loops and then they just tie it.
No, no.
That's weird.
Are
Right?
you a double knotter?
on shoes?
Yeah,
No,
I'm a double knot
unless it's
every time.
sports. Unless
Yeah.
it's sports.
I want to do double knots in sports.
And double knots are awesome until you got to take them off at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And then you got to get a fork, get that knot
you
out.
just got to cut them off and relace them every time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pile of shoestrings
Oh,
in
yeah.
your closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, my hockey skates get double knotted, and I run tape around the laces around the knot.
Dang.
That's
That'd be
extra.
funny if I walked around tape around my tennis shoes at the store.
Just in case you got
What
to
are you
run.
What are you prepping for? Loading these stands up, brother. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
jeez.
It's still hot.
Yeah, we're not
If
shooting any
anybody doesn't
videos
know-
outside.
Ooh.
We're in that heat bubble.
I mean, it's not just here, but we're in heat wave mode this whole week. We have been,
And it's
But
and like the hottest part's not that far south. It's like Joplin, Oklahoma,
Lo-
like, northeast
Lawrence,
Oklahoma.
like 3 days ago, the heat index was 120.
Oh, man. I tell you, the nicest thing about this heat is not having air conditioning in a truck. 95
best
degrees
part.
at night, and you're driving home. It's like, well, at least it's night and it's cool out. It's like, no. No. It's just not bright out.
Yeah.
Roll down the windows. Yeah, that just blows hot air in my face.
Yeah. You get acclimated. It's not that
I
bad. But
forgot about that F-150 doesn't have.
You need like a cup
AC now.
holder,
Yeah.
a cup holder in front of your vents, and just put a cup of
I'm
ice.
going to take the windshield
ice
out and just
there.
put an ice block on the dash.
Yep,
Oh,
for real.
it's miserable.
It is. We got some reprieve coming Saturday, so
Yeah.
and then that's pretty much it. You might get a 90-degree day or something in September, but I think
Yeah.
We're on the.
I can see the end in sight.
Yeah.
So fall's my favorite time of year, anyways. Sonya, I think, although she's over it now, but she's more of a summer.
Yeah.
I'm fall. It gets above 70, and I'm sweating.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's not even the worst part of the heat right now. It's just the humidity is like,
it's terrible.
oh my gosh. You can almost
There's even
swim
like a
through it.
haze.
Oh, yeah.
It's so thick.
It's been cloudy the last 2 mornings just because it's so thick. It's nasty.
You wake up, all your windows are like
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
fogged over. Anyways, so that's that. I want to kind of get into this because
We got a little treat for you.
It is a little
and
treat.
us.
Yeah, we're like, you know what?
What are we doing?
It's game day. It's kind of cool, and we've talked about snacking and what do you like to eat when you go out hunting or you're in the waterfowl blind or deer stand or whatever, and what you want to pack with you. So Hayden was generous enough to load us up with some snacks here. We got 5 different options, which we're going to rank what's here. Obviously, there's a million other options like beef jerky. You know, everybody's always got a pack of beef jerky or something.
Yeah,
So
did we get to the 2 honorable mentions were jerky and breakfast pizza. We'll
Ooh,
go over
yeah.
those at the end.
sure. And then there's things like, I don't know.
Jeez.
I haven't been on it, but have you guys been on like a waterfowl hunt and you talk to some of these cats and they're out there cooking
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
meals.
I remember
What?
first time I took Bobby out, he brought a Blackstone, a propane tank. He made breakfast in the blind. And I tell you, it was awesome, but it's too much to take out.
That was a walk-in too.
A walk-in
walk-in.
hunt. Yeah. So he had
Okay.
his own jet sled just for cooking breakfast.
Just a Blackstone
Oh,
propane
gosh.
tank.
Is that for extra decoys? No, it's for our food.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
I
I'm in.
remember
gosh.
that hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't see that deer hunt,
Yeah,
obviously. If a waterfowl, that'd be funny. In your ground
I don't know
blind.
why we didn't see anything.
It's like an order up window. It's a drive through for deer.
Yeah.
What are you making? A hamburger for me, but you want some corn?
So each of these plates is a category of its own, and we're going to discuss within the category what's our favorite, and then we're also going to rank at the end what is our number 1 pick
Okay. Out
for
of these,
what we bring into the field. And then
like
before we do
if
that,
this is what we had to choose from, we'd rank this.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll do the honorable mention at the end,
Okay.
but we didn't want to.
And we're starting over here, Hayden.
Yeah, we can start over there.
Probably
Screen
should.
left, or right.
So basically, you're going to rank it far left of the camera, which is far right for you.
Okay.
Is going to be your top number 1 pick, and then far
Oh, those
right
are warm.
of the camera. Which
That's
is
what I
left
want.
for you
I definitely
is
want to
the
start with those.
last pick.
What are we gonna do? I'm gonna crack 1 in half here.
Oh, crack 1 in half. I'm having the whole thing.
I'm
I
going
guess
with that
there's
too.
3.
I just had a big lunch, and this is going to be a lot.
All right, so we're looking at like taquitos, but in this category is like, what do you call it? Hot roller?
Quick trip roller category.
Like, yeah. Well, I mean, like Loves have rollers and Quick Trip have rollers.
Well, everybody's got their egg rolls now.
Everybody's got that hot food on the rollers, whether it's hot dogs or egg rolls, buffalo
Taquitos.
chicken
Oh, yeah. Logs.
deals, logs. Yeah,
These just pepper jack.
taquitos though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make all sorts of them now.
I'll tell you, get in like that buffalo chicken or those steak taquitos.
I feel like this is more of an evening hunt snack because I'm always skeptical at like 3 a.m. in the morning with taquitos.
Oh, yeah. Never know what it's going to do to you
You're
or
gonna-
how long it's been there.
You're gonna
Yeah.
make another taquito.
Yeah, it's skeptical. It's a definitely. I don't know if an evening hunt's a deer
Like on
stand
the way
thing.
to the blind in the evening,
Yeah.
or you break for lunch,
Yeah,
or
it's a
you're
lunch.
heading
but
out,
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
like
like,
you're grabbing something before you go out.
I might grab a taquito on the way out.
In the
Rub-
morning, it's a little bit scary.
What if you like open your backpack, and you just had like 8 taquitos in there, just like,
You're grabbing that bowl.
dang, that's pretty good. I might try another bite.
You can eat the whole thing if you want, but I ain't.
I won't. So that's that category. It's like that gas station roller food, which everybody's got now.
Hot off the roll.
What is your favorite out of that?
They even got, like, they'll make you something now too. They got full kitchens, but
Oh, yeah,
we'll
QT
kind of
does.
stick with the rollers.
Yeah.
If I was gonna pick something off there, I typically go taquitos.
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to loves the chicken,
Yep.
buffalo chicken logs.
Buffalo chicken. Yeah.
I did have an egg roll. Surprisingly, they were pretty good.
Egg rolls are
Yeah. Those are pretty good.
underrated.
Yeah.
But I'm just the pepper jack cheese. Simple. Can't really screw it up unless you grab the one still cooking behind
Yeah.
the sign.
Made that mistake a couple times. Come out one that's still frozen in the center.
But, you know, I just stay away from the meat inside the taquito ones. Like,
That's
I
about
just
that.
go with the
That's
cheese.
what I levitate towards.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the steak
The
and
pepper
cheese.
jack's not bad though.
pepper jack's good.
With the or the steak and cheese.
Yeah.
I've had that too, but most of the time I pick cheese. Taquitos. I'd leave everything else alone.
Yeah, I would say I'm probably.
You ever
It's hard. It's egg roll probably for me.
Really? You ever do the dogs? You ever get any
Yeah, if
Johnsonville brats? Or?
if I'm going to go somewhere okay, so before softball, sometimes on Sunday nights, I'll stop by and grab a brat, throw a bunch of sauerkraut on there and some mustard, and then drive to the fields. But we usually get there like an hour early, so then I have to put the tailgate down and eat my bratwurst right there on the tailgate. But if I'm having to eat like on the road, I don't want to eat a sauerkraut bratwurst while I'm driving or nothing. So
Yeah, a lot of risk in that.
yeah,
Picking sauerkraut out your teeth.
Yeah.
They also do like I look at like the breakfast sandwiches, wrapped up. The only thing is you never know how long they've been up there. And I like them fresh out of the deal because they start sitting there and they get the condensation wrapped in the foil and they start getting mushy.
Biscuits get crusty.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you bite into the edge of one, you're like, ooh.
I don't know if the
I'll break a
tooth
tooth.
broke or if
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a hard piece of cheese. So I'll stick with the taquitos on that. On the roller side of things.
Next category, which I think is a highly popular category for us duck hunters, is the donuts. Crack that open. Oh, we got powdered.
So these are the powdered ones.
So in this category, of course, you have powdered and the chocolate and what do they have? You said
And my
crunchy, like
my
coconut or something.
favorite-
I'm
It
about
is like
the chocolate, but yeah, they got like the
Ooh, like a chocolate.
They
they got new
chocolate.
ones now. They got like the zebra cake
They
donuts.
do a devil's food chocolate.
Yeah, I mean it's an extravaganza. They got all kinds.
There's some bowls for
Is
you.
this a one biter? You got a one bite, the powdered ones?
Or else you're
if-
gonna get covered.
Oh yeah,
Because if not, you'll get all over. You don't want that.
Get a little powdered. I don't know if I can make it through this whole list. Uh-oh, see?
Dropping it.
Derek got powder already.
Get pulled over, you're going to get in trouble.
There you go. You can put that back.
Okay.
All right. So donuts. This is extremely popular
Yeah.
for waterfowl hunters, I believe, and deer hunters. I think straight up. I don't know about the powdered, but the chocolate. I don't know if I've ever had the chocolate, but the chocolate are good.
They'll
The
change
crunch
your
is
life.
good. The glazed. I mean, I'm kind of more of a glazed guy myself.
I've had a lot of mornings going out duck hunting or deer hunting where I get a bag of those and little deal of milk and you can't beat it.
Just regular milk or chocolate?
Depends on the day. I'll usually gravitate towards chocolate, but chocolate with chocolate milk. Sometimes you
Little
gotta go
Nabisco or
with
whatever.
that white milk.
True. Dunk. Well, you can't dunk it in
Oh,
there. I
you can
guess.
dunk it.
You
It
figure
takes some
it out.
practice.
Yeah. You just crumbling up donuts inside your
Just stick 'em
thing.
in there. Shake it up. You got to
Shake it up.
A donut
Got
shake.
What
some
type of meal
texture.
that is.
I typically do the chocolate. Those are better dipped in milk than the chocolate. You got to pre-take a bite
Yep.
so the milk soaks in.
Oh, pro tip.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
But it holds it
You
all
know.
in too. You're not dripping out.
True.
Yeah. You can get a
But you
waterlogged.
gotta take a small bite, and then really get that milk soaked up in there.
Yep.
Yeah, that you could just go straight towards it.
That you need an open glass and get the full submersion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 or 5. I mean, don't they make like a strawberry or something?
Oh yeah, they make everything now.
Good
Yeah.
option. And they
But
don't,
typically chocolate.
long hunts, you might go with the big bag. Short hunts,
Yeah,
you might
just
go with
get
the
like
sleeve.
the
Yeah.
5-6 pack, whatever they are.
Yeah.
It
The
depends on who you
chocolate.
got going with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chocolate, I think that also depends on heat. You go out September 15th, and it's going to be 80
Yeah.
degrees in the morning, and it could be, and you get chocolate all melting all over.
Nah, that's a mess.
You got to put your cleaning gloves on so you can eat. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
So that's the donuts. I'm going with I like the chocolate, but what's this here? Ho-hos. So these are like this category is like the Little Debbie's,
little cakes.
zebra cakes,
Oh, zebra cakes.
ho-hos,
Oatmeal cream pies.
Oatmeal cream pie. Star Crunches.
Star Crunch.
Nutty Butters, or not what is it?
Nutter butter?
Nutter Butter?
I don't
Is
know.
that what I'm thinking of?
It is.
The wafer chocolate.
Do you
Nutter
put
butter.
a honey bun in there too? Is that in that category? Or is it?
Oh,
transition
yeah.
Yeah, that'd
over?
be in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's on that end cap at the gas station with everything else.
100%.
Or are you ho-hos or Swiss rolls?
Ooh,
And let me tell you a little secret here. The Swiss rolls you can unwrap. And I'll do that too.
Another pro
What do you
tip.
do that for?
I don't know. Just for fun.
Oh,
Because I was early to work. I'm out there unrolling my Swiss roll. So
oh, jeez.
take a ho-ho.
All right.
It's dessert now.
oh yeah. This is my jam.
See, I kind of do. Oh, you can kind of do it here. So you kind of do this.
What are you doing?
What? Get out of town, people.
No.
Mm-hmm. Did you bring milk?
I did not.
Loser.
I don't approve of the unroll.
You don't have to. I am a fan of the whole line of Hostess, Little Debbie.
Yep.
I think I've had them all. Fudge rounds.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if we had started yet, but we were talking about like, oh yeah, my favorite though is the cream pies.
Oatmeal cream
Double-decker.
pies.
Mm-hmm.
Double-decker.
Double decker
one.
is a good one for
Oh
hunting.
yeah.
It's like 500 calories for one freaking cookie, but
But
it's pretty good.
temperature plays a big role on some of these snacks.
Yeah,
And you
oatmeal
get
cream
a sto-
pies are pretty good though throughout all ranges of temperature.
And worst case scenario, like it does get real cold, you just pop one in your jacket,
True.
put a
Yeah.
hand warmer on the other side.
Yeah.
You're in a toasty treat there in a little bit.
I bite down on a Star Crunch when it's frozen.
Oh yeah, see Star Crunch when
Star
it's frozen.
Crunch is already hard to bite into.
Uh huh.
You bite into a Star Crunch at 10 degrees outside.
Not a good day.
No.
Good
You
luck
just-
chewing that.
You sit on that for a while with
Yeah.
your little heat pad. Yeah. So, but in the Little Debbie world, cream pies is my go-to.
Oatmeal,
sure.
Yeah, because when they are cold, they're a little bit slower. Like they don't break in half or fall apart as easy. They're like they're kind of nice when they're cold,
Yeah.
but when
Yeah.
they're hot, they're not like all over. You don't get your hands all messy.
Yeah.
Anything chocolate when it's hot out, you're just covered in
Oh,
chocolate.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
oatmeal cream pie,
But a
for-
zebra cake too.
yeah, Christmas tree, whatever.
Christmas
Ooh,
trees.
Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosmic brownie.
Yeah.
Cosmic brownie, if it's about that 30-degree range, is probably pretty good.
Cosmic brownie, I'm the nuts.
Nuts.
No.
The brownie.
Do you put carrots in Jello?
It's, it's like the cosmic brownie, but it's with the nuts instead of the.
All right.
It's
That's
the
fair.
same thing. They make the two different
It's
ones.
coming from a guy that unrolls his.
Let me tell you this. Do you break it right where that divider is on the cosmic brownie? They put that little
I don't
perforation
break
there.
a cosmic brownie.
No.
Are you kidding?
But they do. They put that line there like you're gonna share it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 servings.
Yeah,
Like,
share it
hey,
with your brother.
I got a half a brownie here. Oh, I guess I gotta share it.
No, wait. Did you know that that's like one of those Mandela effect things? There's like, I don't know if they switched it or what, but like they
You're
don't
supposed
have
to
the,
share
they don't
it?
have the divider now.
They don't have it.
No,
And you still think they did?
I know they.
If
had
I saw
it.
one now that didn't
They
have a
don't-
divider,
they
I
don't
think
have a
that they
divider.
messed up.
They might not have had it now, but they did.
I don't know.
And I'm a
It's
lot
one- it's
older
those
than all of
Mandela
you.
Effect things.
A little bit.
A little bit. Is anybody 28 here?
28.
28. Why'd you go there?
No, it's in the middle. Like, hey,
Basing it off my age. I'm just trying to figure something.
Yeah,
How old
no.
are you, Derek?
I just turned 32 a couple days
Tuesday.
ago. Yeah.
Well, you don't look a day over 12. All right. Well, I still got 6 years on you.
Yeah.
So 6 years prior to you,
we all agree with you.
I
Pat.
had the perforated brownies.
I know there was a line in the middle.
There is.
Yeah. I think that's what we all grew up with. They must have done that recently.
Don't lie, Hayden.
I'm sending it to you right now.
You're sending me one without a line?
Yeah.
Well, they had lines, though, before.
Yeah, the
It
grocery
wasn't
store
like
model.
the butterfly effect. I mean, they were there.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Can you send me a non-blurry picture?
That's I just searched Google, man. Hang on.
That's
They have
all right.
one in
That's
the
all right.
box,
That's all
so-
right. We'll debate this later. What's this category?
Message us on wherever you see this.
Donuts?
Or podcast it.
More donuts?
RogerSportingGoods.com.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like straight up, you go to the gas station.
This is what Chandler shows up when he's 10 minutes late to a video commercial or something. I brought donuts.
Yeah. This is straight up gas station donut.
All right.
So you skip all the stuff and packaging and you go right for the shelf.
Yep.
You're going for the fresh, or you hopefully fresh.
Get a discount if you give them a day.
Yeah. Yesterday's.
Lots of different types of donuts,
Yeah,
though.
so in this category, I mean, you can go with fritters and all sorts of different Long Johns and
Steve brought, instead of the apple, it was like a blueberry fritter or something from Slavinsky's.
Oh, yeah.
ooh yeah.
Fritters are awesome, but once they become cold, I'm out.
Yeah.
I like them fresh. Well, any donuts really, but
Yeah.
I'm not big on bringing the donuts out. It's just too hard to pack, and usually they get smashed. And
Yeah, have you
nasty.
seen a bag of donuts in your backpack after you get to your hunting spot? You pull it out and it's like somebody just mashed a bunch of bread at the bottom.
You can take however much time you want packing that thing and just creating enough space so that they're on top with plenty of room. And by the time you get there and get it opened up, they're at the bottom of the pile and they're paper thin.
Yeah. They got to be like eating on the drive there.
Yeah.
You got to hammer them right there.
Yeah.
Right
I
on
think that's donuts, breakfast sandwiches, that kind of stuff.
stuff
think it's as much as,
unwrapped,
like,
not
yeah.
sealed in a deal.
I don't think it's the blind bag special.
No, they ain't got a donut holder yet like they do the Pop-Tart holder.
Oh, yeah. That Pop-Tart holder saved some lives out there, I've
Yeah.
seen.
For
Oh,
real.
man. Not too bad of a donut for not exactly
What's
fresh,
easier
fresh.
on those, they make the glazed ones, but they're the donut holes, but they're together. They're in
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
in the
triangle
cup?
shape. No, like the actual donut. So it's the donut holes, but they're not broke apart yet.
Okay.
So as you
Oh,
eat
yeah.
them, you just eat one.
Oh, they're in the diamond shape. Like
Yeah.
they're
the
all
diamond
connected.
shaped.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They do have the donut holes in the cups, which could
Yeah,
that's better.
I've done that in a pinch.
That's got a container. That
Yeah.
might be the route to go.
Yeah. That'll fit in your water bottle holder if you
Yep.
forget your water.
And they got strawberry, chocolate, glazed.
Yeah.
Blueberry cake.
Ooh. Yeah, I am a cake fan, like the blueberry cake donuts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that and a glazed or something. I don't if I do the like I can't do a regular chocolate Long John. It's got to
Yeah.
be filled
Yeah.
for me to do it.
I think Van Wilder ruined that for me.
And I want the not like the whipped filling. I want like the
Like the pudding, vanilla pudding, creamy.
creamy filling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out
I
on the
get you.
filled Long Johns.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
I'm not-
Pop-Tart,
If I want filling in a,
you know
in a
what?
donut, it better be like that cherry or whatever. That
Like the jam or
yeah,
preserve kind of
mhm,
stuff.
Preserve
Man,
and jam. Yeah.
I'm more of a Danish person if I got like a filling.
yeah.
The good Danish.
Yeah. What's that company we got around here that all the gas stations got? I don't remember. I get them every once in a while. They have like strawberry cheesecake Danish or what?
The ones that are wrapped up.
You can
Yeah.
get the bear claw or you can get the
Yeah, I don't know.
banana bread ones. Man, those are good.
I'm out on banana bread.
I go to gas stations too much. I'll tell you where to walk to and what shelf they're on.
All right, and this one is definitely a front runner.
Obviously, Pop-Tarts.
Pop Tarts.
And I'm
I think they should like
I think
collab with Mossy Oak
I think I'm more.
and do like a Mossy
Yeah.
Oak bagged Pop-Tart.
I think I'm more new school Pop-Tart
They need to fix the wrapper.
because I'm.
It's too crinkly.
It
At
is
least for the
loud.
deer
They could-
woods. It's not bad in a duck blind.
That is a
But in
good
the
point.
but in the Pop-Tart holder, you
And
take
the-
them
yeah,
out of that,
Take
put them
them
in the
out.
Pop-Tart
You got to
holder.
prep that in advance.
Yeah, you unwrapping that about time a 182 walks out into the field.
Yeah.
There's Derek up there unwrapping his Pop-Tart.
He doesn't even have his gun ready.
No,
We'll
look
just stay
at
and
him.
watch him.
About time he grabs it, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I've done-
Pretty solid flavor. Pretty solid.
Yeah, so I'm new school on Pop-Tarts. I like the cookies and cream.
Oh,
or
jeez.
I'm a classic on the fudge or the cinnamon sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah, brown-
cinnamon sugar's good.
Or brown sugar, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
brown cinnamon
I'll
sugar.
eat them for desserts at home.
Really?
Go get a Pop-Tart.
I think that's my favorite is the brown cinnamon sugar, but after that, it's definitely strawberry.
And
But
I
some
pref-
people like s'mores. Is like their number one.
S'mores, yeah.
But I like all the berry ones. But I think the brown cinnamon sugar is like my favorite.
Classic OG.
Yeah.
And for people that say, well, you put them in a toaster, I actually hate Pop-Tarts in a toaster. I prefer to have them.
Regular room temp.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'd say if
know.
you're doing it at home, pop one in the toaster with like a little bit of butter on the top. Yeah, see, now.
What?
Game changer.
Pro tip.
Headbutt.
I kicked it.
And I prefer the edges of the Pop-Tart.
You prefer the edges?
Not the middle?
Like if you just handed me the middle and the edges were gone,
Man.
Throw it out.
yeah, it'd get rid of it. You can have it.
Well, next time we go duck hunting, I'll
You
just give you all the edges.
be like, here's a cracker.
That'll keep.
Patrick won a cracker.
So,
All right, now we got to rank them, and I think Hayden wants us to actually place them in ranking so he can do all the cool graphics.
okay.
So we're not in rank because that's number one over there. So right now, taquitos are in the number one spot. What do you guys think? They're not going to stay at number one.
I would
I
say
don't
no.
think.
I'm going like the ho-hos, oatmeal cream pies is my number one. It's
Are
easy
we-
to throw in a bag.
Is it majority?
We can do separate rankings if you want.
Okay.
Well, let's do a majority at the end.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to rank the whole thing.
No.
I'd like to. I think we can all agree on it, or do you think we're going to battle it out? Because I'm with Derek on that one.
My number one is this.
Yeah.
All right,
The-
move that to number one spot.
We'll do like the official ranking for the
Actually,
podcast,
to
and then
make
we'll
this
top all
easy,
like what
do you
guys
think
like.
we can all concur that's probably last,
It's very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
fourth or fifth?
I think
so.
that's-
We can at
yeah.
least get
That's
it
a great
down
treat.
here.
Way to and from. Like, you're done hunting, got to stop somewhere and get something quick while you're on your way back home or on the way to it. But
We're not locked in yet.
No.
Do Pop-Tarts run number two? And it's definitely an arguable number one. But did Pop-Tarts run number two over the donuts?
Over
Those donuts.
these ones,
The small ones. Not the donuts.
there's even more options for them.
Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
I would
Than
say
those.
I would say Pop Tarts are my number two.
And I'd go two here.
Number two it is.
See, I'm
Pretty
almost
solid.
I'm almost good where we're at.
The little cakes just has so much variety. You know, if it's freezing cold, don't get a Star Crunch. If it's really hot, stay away from all the
chocolate
cosmic
ones.
brownies and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Pop-Tarts are just kind of constant all the way through. They're tried and true. And then
See,
is donuts in the right spot?
I like those donuts over those donuts.
Yeah,
I think we're in order here.
I would say so.
So, number one,
Hostess or Little Debbie small cakes.
yeah, stuff like that. Second, Pop-Tarts. Third is your bigger bag, like your
Your mini donuts.
mini donuts. Yep.
Like the little
you
donuts.
can get them in the bag or the small packs. Fourth is your out of the bakery donuts.
Yeah, bakery donuts, whatever. Fritters, Long Johns.
Yep. And not to dog on taquitos, I just think these are more viable options where that's like an only evening thing.
And if we think about like scent for deer hunting, I think taquitos are going to have the most scent.
Which is true because anything warmed up permeates a smell. Smell?
Yeah,
Yeah, that word.
It's a smishmosh, a lady, or shmoo. So, you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I can't talk.
The taquitos and hot
Pain's
foods are
all right.
definitely
Yeah,
going to be more aromatic.
Yeah. So honorable mentions we didn't have today was beef jerky and breakfast pizza. Let's start with breakfast pizza because it should have been on the table, but it was a lot to deal with. I'm going to say, okay, Casey's Quick Trip Hunt Brothers. That's at least in the Midwest for us.
Yeah,
You know,
I got Casey's.
I'm more on like when you're stopping somewhere on your way to hunt, you're eating that on the road.
and this This
There's
doesn't have
your
to be
morning snack.
in the field necessarily. But
Okay. Well, this is my like in the field. I always got oatmeal cream pies or something in my
Yeah,
blind
yeah.
bag. I'm pretty sure there's a couple from last year.
they're still good, bro.
You go to
That's the point.
I know you go to get your gear ready.
Yeah.
Oh dang!
Yeah. Oh, a little treat while I'm organizing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ziploc bag of toilet paper.
I might be a Casey's. I haven't had a Hunt Brothers in a while because they used to have the Hunt Brothers up by the store.
Yep.
Phillips 66 had the Hunt Brothers. And that one stretch a couple years, there's this one lady that was making some fire
the
breakfast
master.
pizza. You remember that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
The
a
thing was-
Casey's fan. It's probably my go-to.
That Phillips 66 had like so much gravy as the base. You remember that?
See, so that's my issue. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to bring up. I'm not the gravy fan on the breakfast pizza, which Casey's doesn't really do that.
Yeah.
They do the cheese, eggs,
Yeah.
whatever, meat. Mm-hmm. I can't do the gravy on there.
You can. You just don't prefer to.
Yeah, it's the consistency. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not big on gravy in general. Like, I make really good biscuits and gravy, so, like, anything else store-bought's always out of a can. It's just off.
I think I'm a
You're over there
Casey's.
making a roux.
I think I'm a.
Yeah.
I love Quick Trip, but I think I'm a Casey's guy on the pizza part. On the breakfast pizza as well.
Yeah.
I think so.
The beef jerky is a staple.
So,
in,
so what do you think? What out of those three did you pick one, Derek?
So I'm definitely between Casey's and QT,
Yeah,
and I'd probably lean more on the Casey's.
yeah. So I think we're all kind of in agreement there.
Yeah, I'd go
It's close. I mean,
Casey's,
QT's nothing wrong with that. If that's the
how it's
one,
made.
if that's the one on the way,
Casey's pizza in general, though, is just
yeah. Oh, that taco pizza. Remember that?
oh
Bomb
yeah,
diggity.
you can't forget that.
We would eat so much taco pizza
Yeah,
back when we were 10 years younger.
Yeah.
yeah.
But, yeah, it's good times. Beef jerky. So we have multiple brands, like you saying, like Old Trapper or Jack Link's. What are some other ones? Like, I don't know if you consider Slim Jim part of the beef jerky side of things, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to
You
remember.
throw it in there.
There's
I did.
a couple other brands that sneak in there. I can't remember the other ones. There's
I
some
get 'em.
local ones or for us, but
Yeah, like Nadler's does their own.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Around here. There's for Waterfowl Weekend the past couple of years, and it was a big hit last year, so I got them again this year. And you can find them at the store. I think it's Old Trapper, but it's just they're just mini beef sticks, but you get a whole bag of them. Ugh, downed it.
Now,
They're so good.
now, how is that ranking on this table?
I'm not a
Beef jerky in the field.
well. I'm particular about the jerky too, and I don't want to be up there yanking on. You know what I mean?
I
Like
do.
trying to rip off that beef jerky because it's so hard to chew.
I think
I
that
can see a
just
little
depends
bit
on
of
the
that.
bite, but I feel like it's a staple. Like
It's
it's not a
duck.
real.
It needs to be in the duck hunting bag.
Yeah,
Someone has to have it.
someone has to have it, whether you take part or not. Like
Yeah.
it's a staple. It's got to be there.
I honestly bring some snacks just to keep myself occupied. So typically, I like one. I've talked about this before, but I gotta watch eating before I get into a stand
Yeah.
for reasons. But I'll bring like sunflower seeds or
Yeah.
some just like little candies or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'll do that.
Yeah.
Then, but every now and again, beef jerky, cream pies.
So you guys listening, you can email podcast@rogersportinggoods.com if you have a better suggestion than anything that we put on the table here. And if we missed it, we'll give a shout out, because if we miss something, I can't believe, we could miss something. We've done this for a while taking snacks into the woods. But if you have any cool suggestions or something, shoot us a email right there. But I think we got the list going.
For
Beef
sure.
jerky's way up there, but little small cakes and Pop-Tarts and all that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's almost time. We're almost shooting doves, almost shooting teal.
Oh yeah.
How many days away are we now for 6 days for dove?
Yeah, I mean, it's close. I leave next Thursday.
I guess 7.
You going down to Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that.
West Texas.
Dang.
This will go out after that starts. So
After the first.
So when they see this, you'll be shooting doves.
People will be in the field when you're listening to this right here, shooting doves, man.
Yep.
Awesome.
Dove
And
season.
I don't know. There could be early goose stuff going around.
Probably.
Up north and
And
Minnesota or Dakotas or something.
And I think some people already headed out west for like mule. Early season
elk
mule deer.
Yeah, elk
Some
is-
elk hunts.
Next week, yeah.
These guys bugling in the woods right now.
Yep.
I think Bo
As
was
this
out
thing's alive.
bugling already.
Are you scouting already?
Or, I don't know, he put something out.
Yeah.
He was heading to elk camp maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
it's
I believe it. He could be
it's
heading
all
right
at
now.
once too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like
It's coming.
everything, all at once. Which brings us to something that we wanted to discuss real quick too.
Yep.
Speaking of lots of options of how you can do stuff.
Yeah, but before teal season really fires off, I wanted to discuss like decoy rigging,
Yeah,
and all the different styles and where we started from and where we're at now and what's the trend and what we even got little decoys hanging from the end of your mic mount there, Pat.
that's true.
Yeah, a little decoy rig, an old one because that mic would just fall over if we didn't add any extra weight.
Sure enough.
But decoy rigs come a long ways. At the beginning, I think they were some type of braided rope and cast iron. Actually, I think I saw some early decoy rigs that are like herders, cast iron, whatever they could figure out, whatever type of weight they could do back in the day. And then these herders ones I was looking at are little cast iron rings that would go around the neck. Have you seen those?
I did see, I was reading something of a guy that still, there was a company we carried early days of us working at the store, but they were the rings that went around.
Like they're like the flat rings.
But these were coated. This was a circle weight
Yep.
that goes around the head of the decoy.
Yep. I've never
Is
used
that
them.
kind of
Yeah,
what you're
same thing.
talking about? But yeah.
Same thing. You would just basically tie a rope. Sometimes I think they'd have an eyelet, but you just tie a rope to that ring, and then you would just tie it around the keel and throw it over top of the head. That's your rig.
Yeah. Yeah, there's endless options of
And then-
how you want to rig them.
And then from there, you got like kind of strap weights. You can bend those around the neck too as well, and run just corded line and whatnot.
Man, you remember the piles of HS 4-ounce strap weights?
Yeah.
And we still get people ask for them. But
Oh yeah.
you got any more of them? I think we had so many that people just think we're still
Oh yeah. Legitimate truckload.
still got
There's
pallets.
tons of.
We'd open up a pallet of them could only be like a foot tall.
Yeah.
It was
so heavy.
heavy.
Just pure lead.
Yeah.
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 Fishing guys buy them.
Oh yeah. All the
melt
fishing
them
guys
down.
were buying them, melting them
Melt
down,
them
making
down.
their own weights.
Crappie jigs and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like I thought we were getting through them, and all of a sudden Steve like rolls out this pallet of mushroom weights, and I'm like, where'd these come from?
Yeah.
He's like, here, now we got to get through these.
We found some weights.
And these mushroom weights are not like what you see maybe on a normal decoy right now, but they're like 8 inches long, like a shaft. You remember those?
Oh, and they came
yeah.
in clam packs.
yeah, like an 8-inch shaft
From
and then mushroom
HS.
head, and you
Yeah.
can still like bend them
There's
around
just a
the
little
head of
hole in the back end of that.
Yeah.
It's just giant.
Looked like a 8-inch nail with a
Weight.
round head on the
Yeah,
top.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I forgot about those.
yeah.
Real
But they were
bendy.
pliable.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were-
yeah.
yeah. You could wrap those around a keel or a head.
Yeah.
But then, yeah. But we still sell the braided cord, so that is definitely an option
Yeah,
for guys dealing with deeper waters.
Yeah, line wise, you've got the braided,
Yep.
Like mainline rope or something, like rig 'em right, or Avery. Most of the companies have a braided option.
Yep.
Or like a trot line. That stuff's super strong.
Oh yeah.
The brake strength on it's crazy, so that works too. And then
Sorry, me and Derek looking at each other because we broke a trot line once on a 55-pound catfish, and Derek had the hand wheeled it in.
Yeah.
With
hooks
hooks still
the wrong
Chandler,
size
Chandler
trot
tried to
line
net it with a 15-inch crappie net in the head. The tail wouldn't even fit in.
with them little handheld trout nets.
Exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
I don't remember being that small. I remember you were saying, like, there's a big one down there, and I was like, I will get to it.
It turned the water flat for the size
glass.
of an Olympic swimming pool.
Yeah, it was like complete glass.
I thought it was Nessie.
Yeah, and then it just snapped. Trout line snapped
Yeah.
on one end.
Line started sinking. I was not a happy
and then
camper.
Derek was fighting it like an alligator.
Oh, yeah.
And then hooks are flying around everywhere. It was just pure chaos.
Didn't care at that point. All bets are off.
Because we probably had like
We're in the danger zone.
10 hooks to get to that fish.
But yeah, there were at least 10 more hooks to get to that fish. You guys are messing around with trying to rebait and get these like 1 pound channel cat off. I looked down. I was like, hey, there's a big one down there. He's
Yeah.
like, we'll get to it. I was like, now?
And snap.
Can we start?
It had eaten a 2 pound channel cat that was already on hook.
Yeah.
Because we were just running blood bait. It was the last day that we were there.
That was crazy.
That was a good
like
time.
That was like 12 years ago. That was a good time. It was a
Yeah.
big old fish.
Wow.
It was a big fish.
That is huge.
Yeah.
So braided line.
Sorry, tangent there.
Don't get the trot line they were using.
Yeah. Well, it was pretty old.
Yeah, it was older than both of us.
Yeah.
PVC line, and then
Mono.
or
So, yeah.
Coated steel.
PVC steel, like coated steel cable,
Yeah.
like PVC coated
I
steel
think
cable.
I think that's about it. So you have your coated cable. Then you have your mono and PVC. We're going to discuss the difference in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your braided line.
Yep.
And that's about it, right?
So there's 3-4 options depending on what you want to do, and then there's numerous weight options and all that. So when people come to the store, like they'll ask, unless they already got a place established, but I'll ask a lot of questions like, one, where are you going to hunt mostly?
Yeah.
Are you going to run multiple spreads? Like, so are you hunting out of a pit blind that's a flooded marsh or something? It's only a couple feet deep. There's no wind. What's the wind? Is there a current?
Boat traffic.
Boat traffic. Are you leaving the spread out all season, or are you picking up each time you go?
Are
in
you
and out?
launching them? Or are you placing them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you launching them from shore because you can't get out there? You don't have a boat, or do you have a boat? You can set all these decoys. Are you hunting the river, or are you hunting a big lake, where you're getting off the points of that lake, and you're getting these 20, 30 mile an hour winds. So there's a lot of questions to ask, and then that'll kind of tell me where a person should go.
Yeah.
But where you hunt mostly, think in your mind, you don't need to go buy a million options, but where am I going to hunt 75 to 90% of the time
Yeah.
to get you started?
Yeah.
And so we'll go through some of the options here, or how we like to rig up.
Yeah. What kind of? Let's leave the quick rigs as just like a generic term. Texas rigs. At the
Texas
last.
rigs.
Let's leave that last.
Yeah,
but,
Texas rigs.
So if I was a customer coming to ask you, I needed rigs for deep water.
Mm-hmm.
What are they tending to? I mean, I don't know what you're recommending, but what do they tend to buy? Are they buying long lines,
So
gang rigs?
right. So for me, and I say, okay, so it's a little bit different. Obviously, anything over like 4 feet to me is getting deep.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, I think what you're alluding to is we're talking 10, 20 feet deep. And then you're getting into like, they're running like gang rigs.
Yeah.
So sometimes that has 2 weights on either end, but a lot of them have the one. Like you'll see them with the grappling anchor.
Yeah.
And then you've got your long main line coming off that. And then at, some of them you can make as long as you want. But and then you'll have gang rig clips or swivels or snaps coming off that main line.
Talking like sea duck setups.
Yeah. Diver duck, sea duck stuff.
Like if you wanted to hunt out in the middle of Smithfield Lake, you run a gang rig setup or something.
So you have,
it might be 30 feet deep.
Yeah, Patton explaining there's a main line that has no decoys connected to it at first.
That's like the biggest thing is like I would compare that most to like a trot line rig for people, except for your line's
That's
up top.
Perfect. Yes.
You have one main line, and then you go back through, or as you're putting it out, you then connect these droppers that are connected to your decoys, and you just connect them to that main line that's down under the.
Yeah, there's 2 feet of these drop weights are the swivels.
2 to 4 feet of drop weights. Yeah.
They're not much longer than like those there, and they would just. And then that would just snap. That's exactly it.
That goes to your decoy there.
That would get pinched. You'd run your main line right through there, it'd pinch it down, and then on the end here,
your decoy.
You'd snap your decoy. And so that's floating around, and some guys will put, in big C, C1s, there's, you get tons of them, but, you could do 6, you could do 12, whatever, and then you might put out 3 or 4 gang rigs to make your
fill it all out.
I see it a lot in diver hunting.
Diver hunts.
But if you're just hunting some deeper waters for mallards and puddle ducks, I don't know, are people buying like braided cord and doing something with the J hook? Is people doing that? I like that system. Stretch cord, J hook, braided cord.
The most popular, which we'll talk about at the end, is Texas rigs. I would venture to guess it's 80% or more of what I sell.
Yeah. So
all the time.
So if you have like 6 to 8 foot of water you're dealing with, I might recommend some braided cord, or you can do PVC and then a J hook. And if you do like a braided cord, you can add the stretch cord in there.
Stretchy.
And I just like how it packs into bags without any tangles, because like you just wrap it around your keel, and then when you get to the final wrap, you just stretch that cord, and that J hook just clips over the keel, and it just goes in the bag, no mess. It's nice and cleaned up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially too, we were talking about strap weights, which they're still around, but I haven't seen a strap weight now in a couple years at the store, which is fine because they're just coming out. You got the J hooks with the stretchy cord, so a lot of people are doing that. The strap weight, people, it's kind of the same thing, but you
can hook that around
pinch
the keel.
it around the keel.
Yeah.
I'd stay away from doing it around the neck just because it starts rubbing off all the paint and stuff. But so you got your gang rigs for real deep. When you're into that 5 to 7 feet, there's a few. I think like the tallest
72.
I think there's like a 72 inch. If you wanted to get a quick rig or something, but when you're in that deep water, you're doing your own line.
Yeah.
What I call straight line, or where each decoy has its own weight and rig. And then depending on where you're hunting at, is going to depend on the weight. I mean, if you're just straight lining it and you're wanting to put it out in a marsh, or whatever, which is shallow, but you don't need a lot of weight. But we would straight line growing up all the time at Smithville. And that was back when you could leave your spread out, and your blind
when you
had
do the draw.
Yeah.
And
so we would do, people still do this. It's old school, but it's the red Solo cups with the eye bolt.
Yeah.
And let it set.
Yeah, a little concrete.
And even that sometimes wouldn't hold if a storm came through.
Oh yeah.
We'd go out there like the next weekend we could go. It'd been sitting all week.
Yep.
And they'd be scattered up and down for a mile.
Yeah.
Up and down the shoreline.
Always go to the back of sea and find a dozen.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you don't need I've seen like, we got some 10-ounce weights at the store.
Yeah.
So you can get pretty heavy.
Yep.
And then as you doing ducks or geese,
Yeah.
The most popular, I think what most people are hunting, you're under 4 feet. So, typically 48 inch is going to get you by in most places people hunt with, 4 or 5 ounces of weight on there.
Yeah, before we get into Texas rig styles or rig 'em right styles and stuff like that, It kind of gets confusing if you're looking at like PVC versus mono or nylon or monofilament. PVC, you could get it in clear and black, but it's got a little bit of stretch to it, but way less memory. Sometimes good PVC holds up pretty good, but I've heard that bad PVC line gets really brittle in the cold. But
Been there.
yeah, we've been there, right?
Yeah.
Snap.
Yep. But the tangle, it's like super, super limp. It's a very, very soft line, so it doesn't get tangled up very well. But then like monofilament, like what I'm holding here, that's a 600-pound monofilament, and it kind of has some memory because it's 600-pound monofilament. And it's strong, and it's been what we were using, 5, 6, 7 years ago for a ton of rigs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's still being used today on certain rigs.
Yep.
So that's the difference in PVC and monofilament. You get a 600-pound mono and the PVC. The PVC is going to have a softer feel, a little stretchy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's DIY kits out there you can get to do this, whether it's PVC or mono or, you talk about crimps and the swivels. And so, people can make their own depths and have it set up. And
Spent a lot of hours going through and messing with our own DIY kits.
Yeah. You look back, I don't know if it's worth it.
At the time, it was.
Yeah.
But looking back, it's like never again.
Yeah.
Certain situations, it's almost the only way you can do it. But for what we were doing, should have just gone with a pre-made rig.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's your guys' thoughts on clear versus black line?
I'm pretty indifferent. I don't
too.
think I've ever had a situation where it's actually made or broke a hunt or had birds flare off it. I've had birds flare off of a lot of things, but I don't think it's ever been from a single cord.
They didn't tell you.
No. They left. And the one that stuck around couldn't talk.
Yeah. That's clear.
Yeah, I've heard that, there's some reflection in the clear line maybe, but I don't know. And then sometimes black line sticks out in clear water, different things like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I say it could definitely come down to time and place because, I've had hunts where the water was like wicked clear just because your time of the year, it's not flipping. There's no sediment other than when you walk through it.
Yeah.
And so I could see situations like that where you would think that it would cause them to flare, but if you're paying attention to what's in there, like flooded cornfields and stuff, there's already so much other dead and rotting vegetation that I don't think a few black strands is going to cause me alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a preference. I guess I've never got that in depth to it.
Oh, yeah.
To be like, oh, that might be the issue.
I've had some serious conversations with people about black versus clear line.
I think it's more how I'm hidden.
That's
is my problem.
100%.
That's a whole different
face.
podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't think that the decoy line's ever been the make or break for any of my hunts. I've had a lot of failed hunts where looking back, it's like, yeah, we didn't do any of it right.
Yeah.
I've had some hunts that were too successful, is like just too easy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so yeah, there's some of your line options there, but
Yeah.
one thing I kind of wanted to explain before we get into Texas rig, but like the classic Rig-em-Right rig versus a Texas rig, they're different. Some Rig-em-Right, the company, the Rig-em-Right rig, the weight slides, not the swivel. So what I'm holding right here is a Texas rig system where your swivel is on the line and this weight is stationary. And there's a couple different ways you can do that, but your decoy is attached to the swivel, and the swivel moves up and down this line depending on the depth that you're dealing with, or the wind and all that stuff. It usually finds the max. But on a Rig-em-Right rig, the swivel is stationary on one end, so it'll be on one end like this, and then you'll have a loop on the other end on the other side of the weight, and the weight's in between, and that's what slides up and down. So that's the standard. I
just had a conversation with a guy yesterday at the store
about that.
And he wanted what you have in your hand.
Okay.
Because where he hunts, so this weight's stationary, even though you can quick rig this or Texas rig it, but the decoy's moving, not the weight. Or the swivel's moving with the decoy on it, not the weight. Because where he hunts, or if he hunts in places where the bottom content is a lot of vegetation. When the weight moves and you go to pull it and it pinches in between that vegetation and the weight and it gets caught up in there, versus that won't happen on this.
It'll just
because the line is into the weight.
Yeah.
So it's not grabbing and pinching vegetation. I'm like,
pull up a bunch
that's
from the
super
back
in depth, but I understand it.
Yeah.
Once he started explaining it. But typically, like, on the banks of Smithville or something, it's just muddy, or there's, you're not
Clay
running
bottom.
into,
Yeah.
flooded marsh wetlands with, all that vegetation and stuff. But I could see it, I guess getting in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's odd you're talking about that because
Yeah, I don't know what brand this was. I just grabbed it as I walked in here. But
they make both kinds still.
Yeah, so Riggermite makes their standard kind, the Riggermite rig, and then the Texas rig version.
Mm-hmm.
And then they make the Texas rig cable version, which is coated cable.
Yeah.
So that's been the hot rig in the past couple years.
Yeah, I'd say 3-4 years now, and just more and more people keep switching.
Yeah. So Lifetime Rigs, now known as Heyday, was the first company I think that I know that got put into retail stores to do coated cable. Now I don't know if there's some custom guys out there making their own stuff.
Sure.
Furniture craftsmen using their cable, that they have laying around to make decoy rigs or whatever. But
Farmer out there coating his baling wire.
But that was that came and hit by storm. These rigs are very limp. The coated cable ones are, and they're way higher rated for what we really need to be using them for. These decoys.
It is funny you
don't
think
weigh that
about.
much.
I will tell you the nice thing though is like if you're I'm a decoy flinger. Like
Oh yeah,
I like to slingshot some
sling 'em.
decoys, and the PVC and the mono, like especially when you get real cold, like they do get a little bit brittle sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the same rig you've had for a couple seasons.
Pop crimps and stuff.
I have sent some decoys to the moon, like out into the channel, 30 foot of water, and I can only walk obviously 4 feet deep. But
He can walk out farther though than we can.
I can. I'm pretty tall, but that doesn't change that. When you send one and you're still holding the leader from your rig in your hand.
Oh,
and-
you're talking about when it comes off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when that line pops, I'm sold on coated steel because of that. Because I love to fling decoys
Yeah.
How many times have that ripped your hand open doing that?
twice.
Yeah. A crimp pop and it just tears through your palm as you're flying out. Ooh.
Yeah, hollering medic in the middle of the marsh. Yeah, that
That's a
frag
good
did
point.
not go out.
That's another video we should do, Hayden. We should do like a challenge of who can throw a decoy the farthest.
I got that one in the bag.
Oh, we can.
Man, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
We just go out to the lot.
there's different
Late
techniques
range.
too. You got
Oh yeah,
you got the Olympic hammer throw.
yeah.
You got to be coordinated for that. So I'm more of like the slingshot over the shoulder kind of deal.
Yeah.
Do the spinning.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's whatever that one is. That's
Gotta
what we
stay inside the boundary.
stay inside that little circle. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang.
That'd
we
be
should
fun
do
to-
that. That'd be fun. See how far we'll do a little duck Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
We'll set up some
I've already got an outfit picked out.
Oh, yeah.
some decoy Olympics. Like we'll come up with slingshot and decoys. It'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, dude,
That might
this
be
is-
the only game.
Well, we can figure out another game.
That'd be
We
so
got
cool.
to.
Oh, there's plenty.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can like throw javelins, but it's lucky duck poles.
Yeah. Setting decoys, like all the bases are out, and then you got to set a dozen decoys and then get back to the start line. So they got to be on the.
Each one on its base.
Yeah, we can do a 400 in waders.
Oh my gosh! Do a sprint and waders. Neoprene or breathable?
I
See,
don't know.
neoprene.
I
And
figure
do
anything
that.
I do isn't breathable anymore.
Let's wait till it gets real cold
It'd have to be.
and icy.
Yeah. Let's throw some hazards in.
Oh, well,
Hey, I'm just saying. It'd be fun. Well, I
bring
think
all
we
the-
can do it.
the hockey elbow
Jot it
pads
down.
and everything.
Hayden. All right, good.
Anyways, but coated cable. Heyday they brought it to the store shelves, I think, first, as far as I know. But then brands like Rig 'em Right has a coated cable, Avery has a coated cable, Final Approach has a coated cable.
Drake, even now, I believe, has one.
Drake has a coated cable
that we offer. Yep.
You know, and they're all a little bit different, but
they serve the same purpose.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Rig 'em Right has a lot of options.
For
like
sizing?
sizing,
Oh yeah.
everything from like 78-inch 10 ounce to 30-inch 3 ounce.
Yeah.
You know, if you're wanting to do a Texas rig. Now, not all those are Dakota cable, but the Texas rig style,
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah. And that is the popular now. We're talking about Texas rigs being the most popular. There are some drawbacks or cons to it. We were talking about in the office, like
Slotted bags.
bag wise. Yeah, you got to have the right bag. So if you got all slotted bags and then you want to switch all your decoys to Texas rigs, you're going to have to buy new bags if you want to truly do it the correct way.
The fastest way. I mean,
Yeah.
what happens in a slotted bag, and I still do it just out of that's what I have is the weights on the Texas rigs that tend to get under all the slots and run around and get tangled up. And
And you're not keeping them all together though either.
You know,
Are you?
I keep them all tied up at the
You
top.
still keep them all tied up?
It's all tied up at the top, but the rig, since the swivel's on the swivel swings freely,
Yeah.
the weights just tend to work their way down under the slots
Yeah.
and tangle up with everybody else. And you kind of have to fight them when you get them out.
Yeah.
It's not like just pull them out of the bag. Like a
an
wide
open
mouth
top.
heavy hauler or FA wide mouth bag.
Yeah.
You can just drop them all in there at once and then pull them all out.
Yeah, there's bags. You got the wide mouth heavy hauler, which is a super popular one people do. The tanker long hauler from just an open
Rig 'em
bag.
Right's got some great open top bags
Yep.
that are ready for that.
And then you tie the loop,
Yeah.
and then
If you're
set them down
running
in
flock
there.
decoys though, and you want to run them in a slot though. Like I've
Yeah.
been on the hunts with Chandler where you're trying to pull them out and they're all spider webbed underneath all the slots, and you got to break out the headlamp and
Figure out what's tangled where.
Yeah.
Find the one that's loose, get it out, and then go to the next one that's loose. And it's just like process elimination. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
But
So-
if you're a
No bag guy or an open top bag guy.
I'll tell you what it has done is setting them and picking them up though is super quick.
yeah. Just pop them on the carabiner and drag them behind you.
Yeah.
Your hands aren't really getting as wet because all you're doing is clipping them onto the carabiner. You're not sitting there in freezing water,
Winding up
keels.
Yeah. No, it's fast.
But there are some drawbacks. Just depends how you want to set your decoys. Do you have a boat? Are you walking in? Are you hunting are you leaving your decoys out? Like if you're just leaving your spread out in like a flooded marsh with no wind hardly, like a Texas rig is awesome. And then you just, at the end of your hunt, you pick them up, hang them right in like your blind or something,
Oh yeah.
It's a great way to do it.
Couple pro tips. When you buy a dozen quick rigs or Texas rigs, you're going to get one carabiner. And sometimes it's hard to get 12 decoys to like just drop in a bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to have guys like go in and like help it. But what I've done in the past, and Derek's hunted with me, and when we've done this, is I bring 2 extra carabiners. I either buy them off our website or whatever, or they might be laying around from over the years, and I break them up into like 4s or 6s.
Yeah.
Like if I only have 2 carabiners, I'll do 2 pods of 6 on a carabiner, and we just drop them in 6 at a time, and it's faster to put in a decoy bag.
Right.
And it also helps them not tangle as much in that decoy bag, because if you put all 12 on a carabiner, drop it in a bag, they're going to come back out, but then you're kind of have to untangle them a little bit before you go out.
I think in early season too, that can make it a lot easier for putting them out too. Is you just grab, a 4-pack bundle, toss them out all at once, as opposed to going individually and slinging them.
Yeah.
Especially like teal season stuff where you're throwing them out in groups. It's more manageable.
So Derek, do you think you can explain the Texas rig knot to anybody who doesn't know how that works? You know what I'm talking about? Well, after you're done with your decoys,
Hayden, will you grab that pile?
that's
there?
not. Those are gang rigs, but
No, but to do the
yeah, you can show it on that.
Yeah.
to do the
we
knot.
do the loop with the carabiner.
Oh yeah.
It'll kind of work. We'll have Derek just do the loop on the. Thank you, bud. It'll at least be. I know they're.
These are gang rig drops.
I know they're
Hammer around the back.
gang ribs. Gang ribs.
ribs.
Get
You
them-
hungry, Pat?
Get them baby backs.
I don't know if that's long enough.
It'll work. We'll make it work.
Perfect.
So yeah, I mean, if you got them all on your carabiner up top, you got all your decoys hanging off on the bottom. You're just gonna make a loop,
Like one half hitch or like half loop, kind of, or full
and
loop.
then I'll usually pull the loop back up through, and you've already got your carabiner hanging up here. You just rehook it to the loop there. It just takes up all the excess.
So yeah, he pulls a loop through like a slip knot kind of thing, and then he hooks the carabiner back to the slip knot. So when you're ready to go, you just pop that slip or unhook the carabiner and pull that loop out of the knot, and it's like a slip knot, and then you're ready to go.
We do it one more time, up a little higher.
So you're just taking your loop, come through. Of course, going to make it way too big now.
Well, the line will be a lot longer. Yeah.
So yeah, just a basic loop, and you're just going to pull the slack up through it for all your extra line. And like what we were saying earlier with the slotted bags, that helps out a lot with letting those weights get under it. And then all these would be connected to your carabiner, and you just take your carabiner and hook it back up to it. So it's just sitting there, and then whenever you're done or getting ready to go back out, you unhook the carabiner off the loop, let it drop back through, and they all fall flat. It also keeps them from getting all braided up and tangled.
Nice.
Yep.
Awesome. I'll tell you what the carabiner is the floating carabiners I like.
The ones with the little foam float on them.
Well, yeah, or you just add some, I don't know. You
Little
lose a
plume noodle.
carabiner out there, and now you're
SOL.
picking up carabiners.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty much it
I
for
don't-
decoy rigging.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options. You can.
What does the weight look like on a rig and right Texas rig cable? Do they have like the diamond looking ones,
So they got a few. I know they got like
They
those.
do different ones. Yeah, they do a diamond one
and then they do like a mushroom, or
on the bigger sizes.
Yeah.
and then they do
is it like a bank sinker looking one on the smaller?
like an egg weight style
Okay.
on the smaller.
And I know that Lifetime or Heyday, they have mushroom and egg weight, depending on which version, depending on what weight they.
Yeah.
The light, okay, I might be backwards. One of the lighter weights, I think the mushroom, and the heavier is the bank sinker, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah,
And then Final Approach has coated cable. They're a little bit different. They coat the weight. They coat an egg weight as well.
That one I fell in love with pretty quick. Like especially when you are slinging them, banging them around decoys, or carrying them out in bulk.
That coated weight protects your decoys.
It is nice.
Because I've heard sometimes the mushroom weights are like rounded on top, but they kind of have a sharp edge around them, and they could kind of
They dig in.
really dig into your plastic decoy. And then Final Approach has a brown line. Rig and Right has a black line, and then Heyday has like we stock like a brown red line, but they do have options to buy greens and yellows and all the other colors.
yeah.
But we stock like a brown red line.
Mm-hmm.
And then Avery, I think, is black too. I don't know what Drake's is.
Avery's black. I think Drake's more of a brown.
Yeah, but they're Final
Can't
Approach has
remember.
has like a very gray brown line. Most of them are black.
Yeah.
I think Texas or Heyday's got that red brown kind of look to it, so a little different. But coated cable, strong, and it's very limp. All that stuff doesn't dangle up like 600-pound mono would.
Yeah.
600-pound mono rigs, you kind of have to fight with them a little bit. But
Show enough.
yeah,
We'll
ready
be
to go.
all, some people are already probably done, but
done what?
we haven't even started rigging for the year.
Yeah.
So I have to go check everything, make sure, Well, not as much to do now because we've switched everything to Texas rigs.
Yeah.
For what we do, that's most of everything we put out.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, we hang them up. There's really nothing to do, but
Yeah.
we'll double check it, and we'll have to make a few, long ones just in case we go out somewhere. A lot of guys will have 2 setups. You'll have your short rig,
walk-in hunts going to Publix.
Then you'll have your straight line, wrap up each one because you're out deeper, and Texas rigs really aren't going to work there. So lots of options. No right or wrong way to do it as long as you're out there hunting, having a good time. So,
Oh yeah.
That's it. Shoot. Now I'm full. I don't know. I probably eat one more powdered mini donut.
I know. I was thinking about finishing this glazed donut off. Real quick.
I'm taking this bowl with me, and we're going to town.
Yep. But yeah.
Quite the bowl there.
Shoot, check us out on all of our social media spots and subscribe and like our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Facebook, Instagram.
Leave us a rating on the podcast and subscribe to the podcast and all that good stuff.
Yep.
We're on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the major podcast channels that you go listen to your podcast, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you got questions or something you want us to answer, anything, podcast@rogersportinggoods.com is the email.
For sure.
Appreciate it, Derek.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
That's a good one.
I liked it. Until next time.
Till the
See you later.
Duck Olympics.
Duck Olympics. See you guys.
I think it's time for me to go burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way.